Taringa Rovers is an Australian soccer club based at Indooroopilly, in the west of Brisbane, Australia. The club was founded in 1949 by Jack Speare and Ernie Dixon. The club started with one junior team, playing out of Moore Park, Indooroopilly, and moved to the Indooroopilly Recreation Reserve, now named Jack Speare Park, at Fairley Street Indooroopilly. In 1955, Taringa Rovers may be the oldest club in its original form and still using its original name that has played continuously in the Brisbane senior competitions. The club has remained in the top division of the Brisbane competition, the Brisbane Premier League, longer than any other clubs currently in that division, having been in the division continuously since its promotion in 1983. Until a decision by Football Brisbane to offer places to clubs based on criteria of facilities and juniors saw the club relegated to the Capital League in 2013. Promotion back to the Premier League for 2015 was sealed with a second-place finish. The club has won this league once, in 1993. See Football Brisbane Men's Competition Archive. 2009 season. The 2009 season was one of frustration for the first team, with injuries causing many headaches for the coaching staff. Senior players Nick Kuiper and Tom Guttormson missed almost the whole season, and Luke Harper succumbed to a serious knee injury after round 14. However, it was with goalkeepers where the team had most issues, using 9 different keepers during the season due to injuries. Despite this, the young squad kept to their task and finished the league in 9th position. 2010 season. A new grandstand was built and the playing field resurfaced for season 2010. Taringa started the season woefully, and looked likely to be relegated after a long winless streak. However, coach Joe Fennick turned the team around as they fought back to finish 11th out of 14 teams in the Brisbane Premier League. The club will be remembered by others in 2010 for scoring an average of more than 2 goals per game, while conceding more than 3 goals per game, making matches involving Taringa an often exciting affair. 2011 season. Of the club's 13 senior teams, 8 played semi-finals. 4 of the teams were successful in reaching their competition's grand finals, with only the U21s being successful, defeating Souths United 3-2 AET. The Women's Division 1 team were crowned premiers with 3 rounds still to be played. Matt Biggins was named as the Brisbane Men's Premier League Players' Player of the Year. 2012 season. Of the club's 14 senior and 6 competitive junior teams, 7 teams competed in semi-finals, of which 3 teams, the U12 Division 3, U14 Division 3 and Women's Division 4 teams making their respective finals. The U12 Division 3 lost 2-1, but the U14 Division 3 and the Women's Division 4 both won 5-0 and 4-0 respectively. Taringa Rovers' top women's team competed at the top level, Diamond League, formerly Women's Premier League, for the first time in the club's history, having won Division 1 last year. Nick Tubbs was named goalkeeper in the Brisbane Men's Premier Select Team. 2013. With the revamping of the Men's Brisbane Premier League, after a record 30 continuous years in the top flight, Taringa Rovers SFC was controversially omitted and relegated to the second tier of football, Capital League 1. The major outcome was a substantial loss of junior players to nearby clubs in the BPL. The club has now entered a rebuilding phase with plans to return to the BPL in the near future. The Women's Diamond League team maintained their top-flight status for the 2014 season. 2014. After a successful season, the Capital One team finished second with a late winner away against Annerley in the final game of the season. This booked the club's place in the BPL for the 2015 season. The team then, 2 days later, went to Premier's Mitchelton for the first semi-final and came away with 2-0 win to book their place in the grand final. A very late equaliser from Jesse Devereaux and then some brilliant penalty saves from Douglas Blakey saw Taringa Rovers walk away with the trophy 3-1 on penalties. 2015 BPL squad was assembled and coach Mick Matthews was happy with what he had assembled. However, by the midpoint of the season it was clear they were short a few Premier League hardened players, and were also lacking that one player of real quality who could lift the rest of the team. The club was relegated back to the Capital One competition after just one season back. Notable players. Note: flags indicate national team as defined under FIFA eligibility rules. Players may hold more than one non-FIFA nationality. See also: History of Association Football. Soccer in Brisbane, Queensland. Official website. Supporters website. All Sport.